What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tiffany, aka theTILAGO. If you're new around here, I talk about all things the faith journey and living in it on purpose. And y'all, YouTube is finally about to pay ya girl. I just really want to talk about it. So we're gonna talk about my YouTube journey here in this video. I'm also gonna tell you guys about some like perspectives or mindsets or things that I wish I had held on to just a little bit tighter as a part of my journey. But we're going to do it a little bit different today. I have never done this, but I'm going to sit here and do my makeup because I also want to create some more videos right after this. And so I'm going to do my makeup with you guys as we talk about my YouTube journey and all the things. I'm not a beauty vlogger. That's not me. But you can ask me what kind of products and stuff I'm using. I've got all my makeup stuff sitting right here with me. I don't even think I've ever done my makeup like on camera. I don't know. I probably have, but not like this. But anyway, we're gonna do my makeup. I'm gonna talk to y'all about my journey. I have my notes here because otherwise I'll just be rambling, and let's get into it. Okay, so I've already put my primer on just because I know some of y'all was gonna be like, she just gonna put that makeup right on her face. I've already put my primer on, but I am so excited, y'all. I'm finally about to get paid by YouTube. That is so crazy to say. For those who don't know, in order to be fully monetized, in order to have like ads in your videos, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I hit 1,000 subscribers maybe like last, oh my God. See, this is why I don't do this kind of stuff, because I'm dropping stuff. I hit my 4,000 watch hours 2 days ago or something. So I was just eligible. I literally knew it was coming, of course, because, you know, if you don't know, YouTube is technically like a day or two behind on like verifying your, I've got a mirror behind y'all too, so that's why I'm looking up. But they're like a day or two behind on verifying data, verifying the things that you actually have, like watch hours and subscribers and stuff like that. And so I already knew that they were going to be, like I was going to be eligible on yesterday. And so I literally woke up yesterday morning and just like looked straight at my YouTube studio analytics. And I was like, yes, I finally got it. So finally monetized, that, which means finally can put ads in my videos, which I'm really excited about. Just excited to be getting paid to be doing something I really enjoy. Like I really love creating videos and creating content. Now, my journey, how did we get here? So I am going to say this video is not going to be me talking about how much I made. I will definitely actually make a video like that because I feel like people who are smaller content creators and who have less subscribers and stuff need to like see that, because I've been watching videos and trying to find videos that are actually going to show me more about that, about like how much am I really going to make because I don't have 20K subscribers and stuff like that. So I want to see what it's actually going to look like for me to have like a subscriber count, with the subscriber count I have and stuff like that, like what my paycheck or whatever you can say is really going to look like each month. So YouTube journey. I started posting on YouTube, or at least my thing says I joined YouTube in March of 2018. I did not realize it's been that long, but it's March of 2018 is when I joined, when I started. And I'm going to be very honest. I was a very inconsistent YouTuber, clearly. So started in March of 2018. I just felt like I really, I honestly, y'all had decided and felt like I was supposed to be using my voice. That was my like thing. So I felt like I was supposed to be using my voice. So the way that I wanted to practice was by and I loved creating content. So I wanted to practice by creating YouTube videos. So that's why I started my channel. When I first started, it was called theTILAGO's Tidbits. If you know, you know. I used to come and give just like motivational speeches. Okay, we might not be able to use this foundation, but I used to give like motivational talks. I would always still kind of connect it to my faith, but it wasn't like just straight up faith-based. I can say it was more like, again, just more like motivational content. So I started that channel or this channel with that name, and it was so much fun. I learned a lot. I posted a ton. I was very consistent at that time. I feel like I posted at least one video every single week for like a year. And sometimes the videos were like 15 minutes long, 10 minutes long. And then I had started this one, what do you call it? I had started this one a series where I did like Monday morning motivations, and I would only post videos that were like 1 minute long. And as I'm talking to y'all, I'm really like remembering what I used to do. But yeah, so I used to do that on theTILAGO's Tidbits, and it was growing. It wasn't doing nothing crazy, you know, like I was just happy to be creating content and to see a few people liking stuff and watching stuff. So I probably was getting like 50 views, something like that. Like nothing crazy. I might have got like on one or two of my live videos, I got like over 200 views or something, but no viral videos, nothing crazy like that at all. But I was like, you know what? I'm enjoying it, so I'm going to do it. So for that first year, I just kept it pushing. I kept creating. I was, listening to the people who are saying, don't stop, just keep trying. Your first few videos are going to suck. Keep going, all that kind of stuff. And so that's what I did. I latched onto that and I just rode that. I kept going. And I also was creating all kinds of stuff outside of that too, like that was attached to it. So I was really heavy on Instagram and all the things. And so I created or was doing that video or doing that channel for a minute. And then I don't know, I got to the point to where I don't know if I was just getting tired. I feel like I didn't have any other content to put out or what the heck it was, but I just really started being really inconsistent. I stopped posting weekly. I would like post like once a month. I would post like, I don't even know that, but at this point you can't even go back and see because I've pretty much like gotten rid of most of those videos, or I've like marked them as unlisted or whatever, and so you can't even really find them right now. But that's kind of what I was doing. I was posting those. And then I was, by that time, like there was a lot going on, good stuff. There was a lot of good stuff actually happening in my life where I was transitioning in different positions. I was transitioning in different like responsibilities. I was leading small groups, a part of small groups at my church. All kinds of stuff was happening to where like, really, I just didn't have the bandwidth, honestly, or I just wasn't creating enough time to actually create the videos. So I kind of stopped being consistent with creating, and that's like literally in probably by the end of 2019 I had really stopped posting on my YouTube channel. So like I had really stopped posting, and so I kept trying to tell myself I'm gonna come back, but I didn't. And so I just stayed on Instagram and I was posting on there a lot, kind of just using, I still love Instagram stories. So I would talk a lot to my people in Instagram stories. I would create a lot of content over there. I had started a journaling business called theTILAGO stationery company. What else, man? I had done a lot of stuff. I just was doing a lot. And, 2020 came and trying to figure that out, my life out then, moved back home, thought I was going to restart it then, didn't, it was just a lot. And so I was super inconsistent. I probably only was consistent for 1 year on YouTube when I first started. It didn't really move and shake, and I was just getting annoyed. I was getting frustrated. I was like, I'm putting in all this work. I'm putting in all this energy, and I'm not seeing myself get any closer to monetization. And even back then, getting monetized, I feel like was easier, and I still was not there, right? So that was annoying. And so I just stopped. And so I stopped from, I would say 2020 until literally last year. And I still wasn't even consistent last year in 2023. But I started in 2023 because I said, I'm going to do this. Like, I just feel like I'm supposed to be using my voice. I'm excited about it again. And so that's just like, we're going to do it. Right. So I did. I started posting again, not consistent again. I really wasn't even trying to be super consistent last year, though, to be honest with you. I was just trying to get back in the groove of creating and posting. And so I would post again, maybe like twice a month, something like that. I had started in the middle of all of that, I started a podcast because I just told myself like, I still want to create. And I also just felt like maybe, just maybe, podcasting would be a little bit easier than YouTube, and maybe I would be more excited about it for some reason. And I don't know, but I felt like because I would only have to edit my audio, like I had been used to editing audio and video, but if I just did a podcast, then all I would have to edit is my audio, right? So that's what I was thinking. So, and that's what I did. I did that for a little bit. The podcast is called Pushing Purpose Podcast, which I probably will come back. I do like podcasting. I just think it's going to end up staying on my YouTube channel. I just got to figure out how we're going to do that, Also, I can't really tell how this looks because my lighting is a lot different. My bathroom lighting isn't that great anyway, but this looks a lot different than when I normally be doing this. So if it look crazy, and we just gonna rock with it, okay? If it looks it looks a lot darker. We are not tripping. You not tripping. I'm not tripping. We not tripping. We talking about something else, not the makeup. All right, let's get it. So I Pushing Purpose podcast, all the things, right? So I eventually got to, last year I had moved out again on my own. I was in my apartment and I was like, I just want to create again. And so I decided, like, okay, I still love podcasting, so I am going to take the podcast and finally start doing video and start putting it on YouTube. So that is how I came back. So you probably see some of those episodes on my page that are podcast episodes for sure. And they are Pushing Purpose podcast from last season. And it was literally, y'all, I probably did like 5. I don't even know if I did 5. But so I did a few episodes, video episodes, and started getting back in the groove. And I was like, I like it again, you know, and all the things. And the whole time I just knew God was like, you're going to use your voice. I have been using my voice in so many different ways, y'all. I had started preaching. I had, again, led small groups. I had been on panels. I had been invited to teach other places. Like, I had been doing a lot. And so it wasn't that I just completely stopped using my voice or stopped living on purpose or the purpose that I have. It's just that it looked very, very different than it had in the past. And so, so I was doing most of that, but bringing it back, got on YouTube. I said, okay, we're starting to see some, so then I posted a video. So I was, you know, my podcast was actually getting a lot more traction than I thought it would. It was still only like 200, views and stuff like that. It wasn't anything crazy, but I had just told myself, we are going to do this again. I just kept saying, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. So I did. I kept going, and I posted this one video last July now. And it was me. I said, I'm going to be vulnerable, like a little bit more vulnerable on here. And so I posted a video talking about how I was moving back in to my parents' house. And I was talking about how, you know, just being vulnerable, just talking about like, I moved out, but because I just thought, you know, it was time for a change, time for me to have my own space again, like all that kind of stuff. I had been saving or had been thinking about and wanting to buy a house for so long, but that just hadn't happened because the market was crazy. I wasn't great with money at the time, like all these things. So I was like, we're just going to move out. We're going to get an apartment. And I did. But then I was talking about how it just didn't make sense. And there was a lot that happened. You should go watch that video in terms of like ways that I think God was really trying to give me a sign like, girl, you need to move back in. I had a neighbor who was crazy, loud, and it was just a lot. And so I decided to move back in, and I posted about that. I talked about that story. I talked about the dreams and the goals and the 5 big dreams and 5 big goals and 5 big things I wanted to do within the next year. And that was in, like I said, July or August. And I just felt like, I felt like it was, that was one of the videos that boomed. People really watched that video. Like, I don't know how many views it has now. Probably I should check. Let's see. So that video has 1.8K views right now. And so people really latched on to that one. And I feel like that's what really started to like kick my channel into gear. Like, I feel like people were really like, okay, let's see what this girl's talking about. And also she's being vulnerable. And there were some other people in the comments who were like, I'm moving back in with my parents too, or I did it too, or, you know, just connecting, just being able to connect with one another. And so that was really cool. And so, again, people just started latching on to that one. I started posting a little bit about that, you know, my journey with that. And people were here for it. And so I was like, oh, wait, this is how people really start going viral. Like, I just thought it was a myth. I thought it was only reserved for a few creators and stuff. But no, people can really go viral for random stuff. And so that was viral to me. And it still is, y'all. Like, I know some people might be like, 1,000 views or 1,000 views, that's not viral, or 2,000 views, that's not viral. I'm like, bro, when you have gone from getting 50 views and 200 views, and then you finally get a video that gets 1,000 or something, that's crazy. Like, that blows your mind. And so I got that, and I was like, oh, we are fueled up. I'm gonna talk now, you know. So kept on. So I created some more videos that people, you know, latched onto. I created another one where I was just literally cooking. I had already moved back in. I was cooking, and I was just kind of thinking about how so many people have tried to, like, you know, sustain their own thing or I was just kind of talking about like things that God was revealing to me. And I talked about how God is the sustainer. So let him be the sustainer. Let him be the one that you build with. Let him be the one that you follow to build the thing that he's calling you to build. I just created a whole bunch of videos about that. And those are the ones that started to boom. And so I just felt like those were the videos I was kind of supposed to be making all along. But I think I just needed to learn. I just needed to know, I needed to know more in order to know that those are the videos I needed to create, right? So once I finally got into that point, or got to, seeing that people were latching onto those and that's what they wanted to hear. That's what was encouraging them. That's what was really helping them. I don't know where any of my lip stuff is, but we're going to go with something else. We're just going to try something else today. I was like, oh, okay, this is what people need. This is what God wants me posting because it's what's what's doing well. So we're going to roll with it. And so I did. I kept talking about just kind of what God was teaching me and all that. And it was working, and I was being authentic. I didn't feel like I was having to do too much or be somebody else or anything like that. And so it just worked, right? So I posted those videos that kept booming, popping, boom, 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 boom. Fast forward, because I'm gonna just zoom through a lot of stuff that's happening in this point. Because there's a lot of videos I have on my channel where I'm talking about the things that have happened to me or in my life over the past few years of past few months of a community I created here that is booming. I've talked about the move. I've talked about my dreams and my goals. So I have 5 big goals or 5 big things that I wanted to be able to say about myself within this next year. So from August 2024 through till August 2025. So I still got months. But one of the things I wanted to say is that I am a content creator, which means for me that I'm actually getting paid to create content. I'm somebody paying me. If it's Instagram, it's YouTube, I'm not on TikTok, but at the time I was. So I was like, it's TikTok, it's somewhere that I'm getting paid to create content, to make videos, to talk, to encourage, to inspire, to teach, to talk, to use my voice, right? And so I was really excited. So I had already set that up. So fast forward to December. And again, I had taken another break because I had started the community and it was just a lot that I was trying to focus on. And I also just didn't know what content I wanted to create. And so end of November into December, I had taken a break from the community. Technically, I told them we're taking a breather. We are relaxing. I'm not doing Bible studies. I'm not doing this. So I have more free time to just think, and breathe and relax and sit down. And during that time, I felt like I was like, okay, it's time to get back on this, to get back rolling with YouTube. And so again, I did. I don't know what this is going to look like, but we're going to try it. And so then I decided, okay, we're going to go with it. And so so I had asked my, Instagram followers or whatever, hey, I'm getting back on YouTube. Here's 5 different topics I wanted to talk about. Which one do y'all want to know? Or which one do y'all want to hear more about? And a lot of people responded. And the one thing that people wanted to know about is my Bible study tools and things that I was using for my Bible study and how I'm reading the Bible in this year. And I was like, really? Out of all the things, because I had put being single during the holidays. You want me to talk about that? How I'm resetting in December, a reflection on the whole year, goals for the next year. And then I put the Bible study one. And most people talked about the Bible study one. And I was like, is that really what y'all want to know? Is that for real? Are y'all for real? But then that made me so happy because that showed I really am, this girl, the girl that I say I am, the girl who loves God, who follows God, who loves his word, who loves to share about his word, who loves to teach his word. People really see me as that girl and they value what I have to say about that. And they value what God has placed inside of me. And so I am excited. I was super excited. So I created that video. That's the one that a lot of you probably came here from. And it was a video where I talked about my Bible study essentials and tools for the year of 2025. And that video has boomed. I think it's at 9 something thousand views, something crazy with watch hours, just crazy. But that is the video that really started to boost me and push that. That's the video that pushed me over with my 1,000 subscribers. I don't even know how many subscribers I had before that. Maybe 600, 800, something like that. Maybe 800. And then, so that pushed me over with that. And then, of course, I just started creating more content centered around the Bible, which is what I love to talk about. And that's what made it boom. And so I've just been so encouraged. I've been so excited. I have no clue how much I'm about to make. I have goals and visions and dreams and hopes of how much to make so that I can actually, achieve and accomplish some of my other goals with saving for a down payment, with paying off debt first, then saving for a down payment, with just being able to live the lifestyle that I've, want to live and not have to worry about money. Like, having another stream of income is going to help me so much. And so I'm just so excited. I'm so thankful that each one of you continues to watch and continues to be here. And I'm mind blown. I'm honestly mind blown because I'm like, where did these people come from? You know what I mean? And so it's just wild to me. So before I go, my makeup is done. I don't be doing too much, y'all. I really don't. Like, this feels good, looks good, moves good. Okay. So I want to know, before I hop off of this video, share with you some things that like really encourage, or I really wish I would have latched onto or held on to for longer. And maybe, just maybe, I would have already been monetized by this time. The first thing I'm going to say is something that you hear all the time. And I know you're probably trying to tell yourself it even right now. And that is, do not give up. Do not give up. Do not stop. If it's something that you know God has called you to do, if it's a dream that he's given you, if it's a vision that he's given you, if it's a promise that you know you're supposed to have, if it's a way that you're supposed to go, like, do not stop. Even when it gets discouraging, even when it feels like nothing is making sense, nothing is working, when you feel like you're not seeing the results for the energy, the effort, the passion, everything that you're pouring out, like, don't stop. Like, the enemy wants you to stop. He wants you to stop. You even want yourself to stop because you want to stop having to exude so much energy and so much stuff. But like, y'all, it does not go in vain. Your labor does not go in vain. The word tells us, y'all, do not grow weary in well doing, for in due season you will reap a harvest. Y'all, like, your harvest is coming, but your harvest is so much, like, you seeing your harvest is contingent upon you continuing to go, to not get weary, to not give up. And so I just want to say that because I gave up a few times in this journey, right? Like, I actually let myself give up. Y'all know how it go when you do your makeup, then your nose starts wanting to run. Like, I gave up. I got tired. I got weary in 2019 where I was like, bro, I'm putting out all this effort and I'm not seeing anything back from it. But it was like, what if I had just made one more video at that time? And that would have been the one to boom. Like, what if that was what God had planned for me? But because I decided, like, no, this is too much. I'm not seeing any return on this. I'm done with this. Forget it. I'm out. Like, what if that was it was just one more video or two more videos? Like, you do not know. What if it's just one more step, one more day? You're half a step away from the thing that God has called you to see and the promise that you know you're supposed to have. So, like, do not give up. Don't give in. Don't stop. Keep going. Okay. Like, really, for real, keep going. Keep going. If you don't hear that from nobody else this week or today or this month or whatever, I'm telling you to keep going, because your harvest is right there waiting for you. It's just waiting for you to keep pushing, keep it rolling, keep going. You got this, okay? And then the other thing I want to say is, specifically maybe for YouTube or content creators, and I'm not somebody who knows it all, right? I ain't even seen a check yet. To be real with you, I ain't even seen no check. I ain't even seen no numbers yet. But I know that it's coming, right? But I know I'm monetized. I know it's coming. This is what I really want to say to you too, okay? Is like, be authentic. Be authentic. Be yourself. When you're creating content, when you're putting stuff out, especially nowadays, more people are looking for authenticity. More people are looking for people who are just being fully themselves, who are talking about the things that they want to talk about, that they're passionate about, who are showing up as their full selves, who are not worried or thinking about what somebody else is going to say, or even if they are thinking about what people are going to say about them, they are just like combating that and smacking it dead in the face and being like, I don't care. Like, you're going to talk. People are going to talk. People are going to talk. People are going to have something to say. There are going to be haters. There's going to be people who don't believe. There's going to be people who don't have the same revelation that you have about your life and about yourself. They're not supposed to. You need to keep going. You need to have the revelation about yourself that God has about you. What he says about you is who you are, right? And what he is giving you and what he has called you to have is what you are called to have. So you just need to be yourself. You don't need to be trying to be somebody else. Don't try to create content like anybody else. We can absolutely be inspired by other people, but if you're creating content, if God has called you to create content, then all you need to do is create content that resonates with you. And I'm saying that because I know that we want so much to create content that resonates with others, resonates with our audience, but it first has to resonate with you. Like, it first has to hit your heart and hit your mind and be something that you're excited and passionate about, or else you're not going to do it. You're not going to keep going. You're not going to be consistent, because you're going to be like, this is so like, this isn't even me. This is so outside of my comfort zone. It's so outside of like who I am. It's so outside of what I believe and what I'm passionate about. Like, I'm tired of this, right? You're going to get frustrated so much quicker. And so be authentic. My early days of YouTubing, I think like I was still so like, I loved and enjoyed talking about the motivational side of things, but I know the more like I used to have like an internal battle all the time, because back then, I don't know why, I was just like, I don't want to talk so much about the Bible. Like, I don't want to be on here just only talking about the Bible, only talking about scripture, only talking about God this, God that. Like, I just want to motivate people and inspire them and encourage them. But the whole time, I know God was like, no, I've called you to talk about my word. I've called you to talk about me. So I was trying so hard to figure out how to infuse it into content, how to infuse God into my content, rather than making him the staple, making him the center of my content, making him the center of everything, because he's the center of my life. He's who I try to live my life to please, and he's the one that I'm most focused on. Now, my relationship with him in 2018 is much different than it is now, but I think that, I had to grow, I had to learn, I had to figure things out. But I think that even if I had been more authentic back then in talking about his word and being more confident about talking about his word and being more confident about talking about him, even feeling like I don't know it all, even feeling like I don't have it all, even feeling like nobody's going to resonate, nobody's going to understand, nobody's going to want to listen to me because of how old I am or who I am or how I don't have a title, I'm not working at a church, I'm not this, I'm not that. Like, if I had just been more confident about saying like, no, I am somebody who is supposed to be doing this, and then who knows what could have happened in 2018, y'all? Who really does know, right? Now, a lot of good stuff happened, but it's like, who knows what really would have happened in 2018? So be authentic, be yourself. Clearly, as you can see, even on my channel, the videos where I have started talking straight up about the Bible, I have come over here and said, Bible this, Bible that, Bible that, Bible that. Those are the videos that have boomed, and they're the ones that have been the most excited and passionate about creating. Like, this is the content I love. This is the Bible. I love the Bible. I love God, and I love talking about him, and I love talking about his word. And so the fact that I am about to start getting money, getting paid to come over here and talk to y'all about things that I am super passionate about already, that are the center of my life. And not only am I super passionate about them, but they are the most important thing that you can hear about, because they absolutely change your life. God changes your life. The Bible changes your life. And so for me to get to come over here and be a vessel, to be a mouthpiece for God, and to get paid for it, is crazy. Okay. It's just blowing my mind. It's crazy. But be authentic, do the thing, be the person that God has called you to be. Don't go be a beauty influencer or beauty content creator if you don't even really like doing makeup and hair and fashion. Like, you don't have to be that. You don't have to fit into that niche. You don't have to be that person. Just be authentic. That's all I gotta say. Just be authentic. Be yourself. Create the content that God is calling you to create. Okay. The next thing is document the journey. If you are trying to figure out like what kind of content to create, how to create content, document the journey of whatever it is, whatever something is happening in your life. So for me right now, I'm documenting the journey on my channel of reading the Bible in 6 months. Like, that's what I just started. Now, it's really interesting because the videos where I'm actually coming back each week and talking about what I'm learning from the Bible are not the ones that are getting views and stuff right now, which I'm not tripping about, because this is something that I said I was going to do, and I'm going to continue to create this content because it's going to help me to stay accountable with reading my word and also staying consistent on YouTube. But like, document the journey, show people from start to finish. Don't just document the wins. Don't just document the good times of whatever it is that you are going to be documenting. Like, show the whole journey through. People love, these days, you can tell people love storytelling. They love seeing, people's stories, the whole story from beginning to end. And so you want to show the journey that you are on, whatever journey it is. If you're trying to figure out what kind of content to create, if you know you're supposed to be a content creator, then just document a journey in your life. Is it the journey of working out more? Is it the journey of eating healthier? Is it the journey of finding friends? Is it the journey of building and creating community? Like, whatever it is, document that journey, show the struggles, show it all, because you're going to, you get people to also be like more invested in your story and more supportive of you when they know more about things, when you're not just bringing them the wins, you're not just bringing them the good things, right? So document the journey. I'm in the middle of testing this out, honestly, because I really have never like fully documented a journey on the channel. And so I'm excited to document the journey of me reading the word and telling people like, hey, some weeks I really didn't read all the word that I was supposed to, or whatever it is. So document the journey, show it all. I promise you, it's definitely going to go a long way for your people. Another one, two more that I have. First one is someone needs you. Someone needs your content. Someone needs you to be doing the things that you are supposed to be doing. This is not just for content creators. This is for anybody. If God has called you to do something and you are dragging your feet, you're stagnant, you're not moving in it, you're not taking steps, you're not researching it, you're not doing anything with it, but you know you're supposed to be doing it, you need to know that someone is waiting for you. Someone needs you to do the thing that God has called you to do, because so that they can be the person that God has called them to be. They're waiting for you. We are all so connected. We were not created to do life alone. We were not created in this like isolated box. Like everything that God is doing and will do in the earth, it's like communal. Everything he's doing is like he's connecting all of us. And so this person or there's a group of people who is waiting for you to create the content, to write the book, to document the journey, to do whatever. They're waiting for you to do that, right? Because that is going to infuse and fuel and ignite and motivate and encourage or convict or whatever. It's going to do something for them that's going to push them forward, but they're waiting for you. Just like you were probably waiting for me to talk about this. You maybe, hopefully, prayerfully, there's somebody who's watching this, you're on the other side of this, and you know that you're supposed to be doing something that God has called you to do. You just needed one more voice, one more different voice to tell you to get it together and let's get going. And I get to be that voice. I do not take that lightly. I do not take that for granted. Like, I understand that there are some of you who are waiting on this video. And so you need to know that there's somebody waiting on your next thing. They're waiting on you to do the thing that God has called you to do. Take the next step. Okay. And the last thing I want to tell you is God always has a plan. God always has a plan. And what I mean by that again is like, I started this out, yes, in 2018. And when I started, I was I fresh, didn't know nothing, didn't know how to edit videos and stuff like that. I had to learn how to do that on my own. I've always done my own stuff. Nobody else has done it. I've always recorded on my phone, except for right now. I got a camera for Christmas, turn up from shout out to my parents. But like, I had always been doing stuff like the most simple way, right? And I had been doing this stuff, and I had stopped doing that. Then went over to using my voice in a different way. Then going and use my voice in even more different ways and all these things. But the whole time God had a plan for me to get here, and he has a plan for me to go even further in whatever he's calling me to. But this is where, like, this is a part of the plan. And so I'm saying that as in when things don't make sense, when things aren't adding up, when you're again getting frustrated with putting out so much and not getting anything in return, remember that God has a plan. You have to trust his plan. If he told you that you were going to see something, then that's what you're going to see. But you got to trust him, and you got to keep moving and being obedient in the things that he's calling you to be obedient in. Okay. And so he has a plan for you. I'm excited I'm just excited for my channel. Honestly, I'm excited for whatever God has for TILAGO here and the whole entity that is TILAGO, me, right? I'm excited for whatever he has in store. I'm excited for however many more content things I can create here, and how much more I can talk about the Bible and talk about him and talk about living a life that is pleasing and acceptable unto him, and that is really a life that is sacrificed and offered unto him. And I'm just really excited. I'm really excited to see what he's going to do. And I'm even more excited to see what comes out of this video in your life. Like, what comes as a result of this video in your life. What thing are you about to create? What step are you about to take? What journey are you about to continue to go on? Because now I've told you, like, don't stop. Like, you got to keep going. People need you. God has a plan. I'm just excited to see all those things. I'm excited for this year of 2025 to see believers really start to stand up again, and to stop crawling, stop sitting back, stop shrinking, stop hiding, but to step out into out of the shadows, out of the darkness, into the light, into like where he's called us to be. There's so much influence that we're supposed to be having in this earth. I think there's might be craziness that happens in the world and in the earth, and we've got to be the ones who are, standing firm, standing strong on who we are, who God is, what we believe. And so it's time. It's time for you to do the thing that he's called you to do. I did not know I was going to talk for this long, but I hope it encouraged someone. I hope you got something out of it, truly. And if you did, of course, or if you don't know, I love talking in the comments. Please drop down in the comments anything that you may have gotten from this video today, any encouragement or feeling that you got from this video. I want to talk. I want to chat about it. Definitely like this video if you like these types where I just come over here and do something random, do like my makeup and just talk. Definitely, drop it or tap the thumbs up if you did enjoy it. And then, of course, I would love for you to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, so that I can continue to tell you about my journey. So you can continue to see my journey here on YouTube and see what God does. Because this is all for the glory of God. This is not the glory of Tiff or TILAGO or anything. This is for the glory of God. I just pray that my channel continues to be a channel where He is glorified, where He is lifted up, and where people can come to get to know more about Him and get to see Him in a more beautiful light, and more see Him more rightly, see Him more as exactly who He is, because He's so good, He's so kind, He's so lovely, He's so beautiful. And so I hope that this channel helps you to see that, helps you to understand that and see that, because of how He's moving and shaking in my life. So anyway, glad you were here. Glad you watched this whole entire thing if you did. And I will see y'all in the next video, because it's about to happen right now, because I just did my makeup. All right. See y'all.